Hi Mahesh, your company has achieved tremendous success in adding value to primarily to a commodity and has been very successful in the global market. What are the factors and strategies, critical success factors and strategies that has really worked for you for Dipped Products? And also I believe that you have a 5% global market share in the non-medical glove manufacture, right? So what can local industries can learn from you and emulate Dipped Products?
I think first of all, if you look at how we set it up, we were initially looking at the reason for our existence is there is a need in the market for hand protection. And 40 years ago when this company was set up, there was a strength opportunity in the country, which is the raw material availability, the latex, the rubber. So there is a market, there is a raw material, and then there is therefore the opportunity to do value addition and make this product and meet that market need. That is how this company originated. It has grown from strength to strength because we have based ourselves here where the raw material is available, and we have continued to use this material value addition process of making different types of hand protection gear for the different types of user needs. We are currently catering, we could say, to 3 segments in the market, 2 in the non-medical segment, 1 in the medical segment. Broadly speaking, 1 is the general purpose household gloves, which is used in a normal household for cleaning purposes, gardening purposes and so on. And then more sophisticated gloves that are needed for industrial applications, be it chemical resistance, be it aircraft maintenance, electrical insulation, linesman's gloves. So over the period, first we took the opportunity and the strength, combined them, created the value addition. And now we have grown from that to look at the markets, what are the new opportunities that are coming in, where we can play to our strengths and improve on our strengths to capture these markets and then grow them. So if you ask what has been successful is, yes, ability to understand the markets, ability to tap into the resources and sustain these 2 through our manufacturing process and our marketing activities.
Do you think what really worked for you in the past so many years will hold good for the future? And if not, I am sure it is not, you will continue some other strategies that has really worked for you, but the future, what changes are you going to make to achieve more market share in the global arena?
So what we have traditionally done is, we had a good strength in our manufacturing capability and the supply chain side and distribution side through various distribution arrangements. That's resulted in bringing us to where we are today. And as we go on, we continue to see new opportunities, new demands, and how do we realize these opportunities and how do we get closer to the opportunities? That will define the way we will have to go forward. Can same things continue? Certain areas yes, certain areas not. Why? As we unearth new opportunities, these can be more sophisticated opportunities and we want to differentiate. And that means we are creating these opportunities out of understanding the customer needs, trying to get closer to these customers. And when we look at more sophistication in the hand protection, which is a safety area, you will find that the needs span from not the simple cleaning and household type of gloves, but extremely complex gloves which can withstand different heat conditions, cold climates, chemical environments, refinery environments, some construction fields. Okay, we can talk about nuclear power generation areas, linesmen. So there are all kinds of sophisticated needs for these industries where we can tap into. So going forward, we will have to diversify our product mix to tap into these opportunities and at the same time take these opportunities back into our manufacturing and improve our strengths, improve our capabilities to design products to cater to these markets. Now, the success factors that are likely to be applicable in the future therefore would be, number one, how flexible and how adaptable your manufacturing and how your supply chains are going to be integrated to that. And number two, how do we continue to create opportunities from the market and therefore be closer to the customers. So, those are going to become more vital in the future for us.
So, downstream of supply chain, distribution and brand marketing is where the bigger margins lie. Like what Korea, China and South Korea and China, Japan have done, how could Sri Lankan companies also take out these learnings and control over these areas to earn better margins? What are your thoughts on that?
It's starting from the answer that I gave last. So, we getting closer to the customer means that we are actually able to take further steps to understand the customer needs better. We can do a distribution model where we deal with the distributors, and the wealth of knowledge that we have, the wealth of capabilities we have in terms of new product development and design must actually be integrated with the end customer rather than filtered through the distributor. Now, distributors are doing a great job, that I have to admit. They do give us feedback, they do give us new ideas what we should do, but at the end of the day the end customer is what matters. So, for us to be playing there, we have to recreate our distribution models, continue to partner with them because they have done a great job getting us to where we are, and then how we can work with them in collaboration to get closer to the customer. So, we will have to create different models, whether it is our brand or whether it is a joint brand with the distributor or distributor's brand we support, but at the end we derive the benefit to the customer. So, these different models can work out depending on the situation, depending on the market you are in, depending on how mature your market and what is your share in the market. Now, if it is a new market, then we can adopt completely new models. But if it is an existing market where we already established long-term relations with the distributors, we cannot disturb them, we should not disturb them, but we must make use of the strengths that we already have. So, we will have to create different models to get in there.
So, how important is innovation in your industry, and also what are the new products, if you can share, areas that you have really ventured out in this space?
Innovation is actually the lifeblood of any industry, any business, and again these innovative ideas come from how we look at value creation to the end user. And the more you do that, understanding these needs and how you can recreate what you are doing again with a new design, with a new concept, and the industry is changing. So, we have to take account of changes in the industry, how the hands are used in the new forms of technology, and then we factor them back into our design capability. So, it is very important that we continue to innovate and we keep the edge on innovation, and for this again I go back to the same answer. We have to work in the market, get closer to the customer, and today we can also get close to the markets with available technology. I mean, we can utilize digital technology, digital space to get closer to the customer and tell the customer what we know. Let them know what we know, and we can nurture ourselves understanding their needs and creating that wealth of knowledge which is finally for them. Either it is going through the existing channel or through a new channel, does not matter, it finally has to create value to the customer, but the innovation cycle has to continue.
So, future competition, they say, between supply chain, not between entities. So, what is your advice for the local industry to tap into the global supply chain and be competitive in the market? Maybe 1 or 2 points that you can share.
End-to-end supply chain is what matters, and the end-to-end supply chain can have different models. It has to start from the value creation to the customer and then see what are the products how do we deliver that value to the customer, and then you design backwards. Okay, this is to deliver this one, this is the distribution channel I need to have, these are the arrangements I need to have in those markets, and these are the products I will have to have the capability to manufacture. How do I do that? And then what is the supply chain that will support these manufacturing inputs, and this is definitely a global scheme of things from end to end. It is not part of it, it is the whole, and then how you design the parts to match the whole.
I think customer intimacy is key to all this. We have to work backward to be competitive in the marketplace. Thank you.